morning. My name is Dr. Hillel Mazansky, and I'm the President and CEO of Guided Imagery and Nutrition Incorporated. Today's health tip is going to be a little bit different. The title of which is Assist Me in Stemming the Tide of the Tsunami About to Erupt. Assist me in preventing the volcano from erupting. You might well ask, what is he talking about? And what I am talking about is childhood obesity, my passion, as well as that of our First Lady, Michelle Obama. You have heard me discuss the subject previously, but here is a different twist. Two different twists. The first twist is I was honored yesterday by receiving a call from the Let's Move organization, the First Lady's major childhood obesity organization located in the White House, and I was informed that I will hear from them again in 2 weeks. The second is I am never given to politics or to discuss politics. But in this instance, I feel it's my duty to request from all and sundry to vote Democratic this election. As I mentioned to the person yesterday when I spoke to her, I said I've been in my entire life a staunch Republican, but in this case I'm voting Democratic. Not in as much as I agree with everything that the President has to say, but I certainly agree with everything that his wife, Michelle Obama, has to say. And in order to keep her in office, I vote for her husband. My friends, you have no conception what childhood obesity is doing to our nation. It is not epidemic anymore, which means it's in our country. It is pandemic over the entire world. And childhood obesity should be viewed as a national crisis. And you might say, I don't have a child with childhood obesity. I don't have a grandchild with childhood obesity. What should I care? Well, that's extremely negative. We all should care, because the cost of maintaining a child with obesity, the healthcare costs alone can bankrupt the entire healthcare system of the United States, at the government level, at the local level, at the corporate level, at every level. Childhood obesity can bankrupt the healthcare system. And if the healthcare system is bankrupt, what do you as a senior hope to get? Coverage, Medicare coverage, or other healthcare cost coverage, or an adult who has a medical insurance, health insurance. Childhood obesity is a national emergency, and every single one of us is duty bound to take positive action. Whether I said you have members of your family who suffer from the disease or not, if you yourself want to remain covered, receiving benefits with regard to health care at various levels of your life, then you will do anything and everything to try and stem the tide of childhood obesity, to help prevent the volcano erupting of childhood obesity. You have no conception what this is doing to our children. They are developing sugar diabetes, high blood pressure, heart attacks, strokes at 18 or 20 years of age. Studies have shown that the children with childhood obesity get a higher rate of cancer, and that has to be treated. Have a higher mortality rate with sleep apnea, arthritis, heart disease, and the list goes on and on and on. If all that has to be treated, how much of that healthcare dollar is going to remain for you, your wife, your children who are not obese? You must think about it seriously, because this is a very serious problem. That not only are the children dying, but it can bankrupt the entire healthcare system of the United States at every single level. Ask yourself, what are you going to do to help stem the tide? What contribution will you give? The best contribution at this time you can give is give some money to the Democratic Party so that President Barack Obama can win, and in so doing, by default, Michelle Obama, the First Lady of the United States, who's been the singular person to fight against childhood obesity. She's taken it upon her shoulders to do her utmost, which she is doing. If her husband is not re-elected, what is Michelle going to do? What power will she have? For those of you who do not know, it was about 9 months to a year ago that she single-handed changed the school lunch system so that the kids could eat better foods. As parents, you have to stop giving your children the high fructose, white bread, carbonated drinks, because it is full of sugar. Sugar goes to obesity, and obesity leads to disease, and it leads to death. Is that what you want of your children? No, I'm sure not. Well, you as a parent, start by giving to the top. Even if it's $5 or $10, but donate that Michelle Obama will be in office to help your children. With her Let's Move organization and her PreventObesity.net, she is doing such a tremendous job. One person. But the reason is she has the passion, and the second reason is she has the power. We don't have to worry about her passion. We do have to be concerned about her future power, and that is if she remains in office or not. I urge you to give this some serious thought when it comes to voting day. Please donate some money to the cause, because while you might not agree with everything the president says, you cannot disagree what his wife says. I think I've got my point across, and I ask you to take this, what we've said, very seriously. Take it to heart. Stay well. Feed your children well, and let them exercise. My name is Dr. Hillel Mazansky, and I thank you for listening.